threat starting this one on the bench. He will see significant playing time. Tip, and we are underway inside Fort Dixon. It's won by the Horned Frogs, their point guard, Brock Harding.
The interesting thing about this matchup, Rob, is both of these teams play a similar brand of defense. They want to trap ball screens. They want to trap all post touches. Turnovers are going to be the theme of this game.
8 on the shot clock for Punch. It leads them in scoring and rebounding. Cross court. Shot clock is going to pressure this one. And a great start for TCU. Michael Robinson in just his second start of the season has the Horned Frogs up.
Yeah, both these teams, they don't allow the ball to the middle. You see how David Punch is so high? Both teams funnel towards the baseline where early help comes.
Toure, 3 off target. Rebounded by TCU.
And watch Brock Harding. He's excellent in transition, always has his head up.
Edmonds, the spin, short. Joshua Jefferson bringing it up, 6'9" senior forward. He is a handful.
One of the best players in the nation.
Almost a steal by Edmonds. Jefferson fakes it. Floats it, off target, tip won't go, loose ball, won by TCU. Punch the spin. Euro. How about that rebound from Jefferson?
Yeah.
Oh, they're letting them play early here, Casey.
They are. No fouls. I'm all here for it. But Punch, you can drive the ball against the Cyclone defense, but if you beat your initial defender, there is going to be a secondary player. You're going to have to go to your counter moves in this game.
Jefferson doubled. Oh, great vision.
You're going to see a lot of double teams on post touches. They're going to be coming from the bottom side. A really smart cut there from Taman Lipsey.
Here's Punch, trying to back in, nothing there. Harding is more a pass first rather than a shoot first. That's a great pass. A lot of contact, no call.
Well, it's pretty clear the referees are all right. If you jump vertical, even if there's contact, they're going to let you play.
Buchanan, Lipsey, who has Iowa State's lone field goal.
Switching all ball screens is TCU's defense.
Lipsey from 3. Not a lot of points, but a fun pace to this one. Pierre! Head up the whole way was Lipsey. Look at this ball movement. Off target, offensive board, Toure. And they restart things.
I am shocked that Milan Momcilovic passed up a wide open 3.
Don't get used to it.
I mean, if I had his shooting percentages, I would never pass an open shot.
Jefferson muscling his way, kick it. Oh, this ball movement is beautiful. Momcilovic nails it. Officials time. And the first lead for the Cyclones.
All 5 Cyclones touch the ball in this possession. Ball's whipping around, and then even when they miss, they get another opportunity. It's the freshman Toure. And then here it is, the best shooter in the sport. When he's wide open, I'm shocked when he ever misses.
His 91st made 3, 6th most in a single season at Iowa State. Remember, 9 times this season, he's hit 5 or more triples. That's tied for most in the nation. And that triple gave the Cyclones their first lead of the night.
And look at Taman Lipsey, individual defense.
Pierre, Punch.
You see that early help, Rob? Here it comes already.
Oh, nice cut, and the slam!
Well, if you play against Iowa State, they're going to double team early, right? So if you give the ball to your bigs, they better be playmakers.
Michael Robinson, in just his second start of the season, has all 4 TCU points. That three rattles out. Another loose ball. Possession goes to TCU.
Turnovers combined so far in this game. I know we've only played 4.5 minutes or so. 0 free throws. It's been physical. The referees are letting them play. But again, what fascinates me most about this matchup is both of these teams want to do the same thing to their opponents on defense. They want to trap everything and force turnovers. These are two of the top 3 teams in the Big 12 Conference in that category.
The pass goes right through the legs of Punch. Fortunate. Finding Robinson, who stays in.
Well, Punch wants to drive it, but look, here comes the help. There's nowhere for him to go.
He gets caught in the air every time. He's been bailed out so far. Nice passing down low. That one won't go.
That's Tanner Toulson. He's got to make that. Normally a 3-point shooter, but he had a point-blank bucket opportunity there. You can't leave points on the table against this Cyclone defense.
Plata is in. For those of you watching on FS2, we're going to begin our coverage of Champions Cup Soccer. We'll be taking over there in a moment. Baseline drive. Nice take. Mochilovic.
Well, because you have to respect his jumper so much, it makes it a lot easier for him to just one dribble get to the rim.
His 400th career field goal. And a run here now by the Cyclones, up 3, trying to extend it. Jefferson stripped. Harding. There you go. Itauro Lilevic is typically a starter, the native of Lithuania, getting to 3. The coach is telling us today, we need him to shoot more shots. You usually don't have to tell that to a shooter. I don't think anybody ever said to Casey, hey, buddy, we need you to shoot it more.
Never happened one time. Lilevic has raised his shooting percentage as Momcilovic answers.
Yeah, back-to-back triples here.
Well, these are 2 teams that, like, in general, Rob, don't shoot a ton of threes. But we have a couple of players, however, that are 3-point shooters, Momcilovic being the headliner.
Foul there.
And so far, it's been crowded in the paint. So, what's your counter? Get 2 feet in the middle of the lane and spray it out for threes. And right here, you have to find this guy, Milan Momcilovic. 92 threes on the season. That leads all power conference players in the country. And his shooting percentage also leads all power conference players.
Momcilovic with a game-high 8 right now, 3 of 4 from the floor, including 2 of 3 from deep. Lipsy had the foul earlier. Pierre, good hands. Jefferson's got that wingspan.
Yeah.
He looks like an NBA guy to me.
Oh, he is shooting up draft boards, Rob. Joshua Jefferson is a lock to be a first-team All-American. He does a little bit of everything. 6'9", 240 pounds. He plays at his own speed. He's not like a burner, but he can get anywhere he wants.
Tough shot for Pierre, falling away as the clock was ticking out. Loose ball stays with Iowa State as they push it up now, looking to add to their 3-point lead. Momcilovic, Jefferson. Toure fouled by Edmonds. Xavier Edmonds, quiet so far. He came in with 5 straight double-doubles, only 1 shot attempt and 1 rebound. And now 1 foul.
Something for him, I'm not sure, has clicked for Xavier Edmonds. And excellent in the post. They want to get him as many post touches as possible. But remember, anytime you get it on the block, expect a double team. So both Edmonds and David Punch need to take care of the ball.
Posey, Salachim in for TCU. Bateman on for Iowa State. Pierre can play the point. He's definitely more of a shoot-first type point guard.
Yeah.
Travel.
Drag that pivot foot.
So second turnover on the Frogs.
Yeah, so you mentioned Brock Harding, their normal starting point guard guy who leads them in minutes, is on the bench right now. So Jaden Pierre, number 1, has to be that primary ball handler.
First foul on TCU. 2 on Iowa State early on here. You'll see the turnovers. Short jumper too strong. 1 and out for the Cyclones. Vicious off target. Momcilovic didn't know where it was, so it'll stay with the Horned Frogs.
And he just laughs it off, Robert. We've watched him this morning in shoot around and in pregame warm-ups, and this guy plays with a lot of joy.
TJ Otzelberger, we talked to him earlier. He was talking about Momcilovic. Like, he's kind of a goofy guy. He laughs, he smiles, but when he's in a good mood, we're in a good mood. And he's been in a good mood all day. You and I have been tracking him.
Well, why wouldn't he be in a good mood? He's the best shooter in college basketball. But every team needs a guy like Milan Momcilovic who lightens the mood a little bit. TJ Otzelberger is self-aware. He knows he's a grinder. He's more of a serious coach. So he appreciates Milan. I think what he appreciates most is...
Who do you think spends more time in the weight room?
TJ.
Yeah,
TJ
definitely
does.
And by the way, TJ doesn't miss leg day either. I know he gets his biceps get a lot of playing time.
Well, I mean, when I close my eyes and I think of Iowa State basketball, I think of 2 things in the last 5 years. TJ Otzelberger in a Schmedium polo shirt on the sideline, and Tamin Lipsey, their point guard, who's been their star for 4 straight years.
Otzelberger, this is 5th year in charge. It's led them to 2 Sweet 16s, the last in 2024. Pierre looking for his shot. Fortunate that wasn't a turnover.
Really fortunate. Pierre dribbled to nowhere.
And the shot is short. Edmonds. Oh, good muscle, good bucket, and it's first of the night. 1-point game.
Xavier Edmonds is not a guy that's going to jump over you. He relies on his combination of footwork and strength. That was a great example of how he finishes down low.
Yep, a chance for an and 1. Jefferson push and punch away.
2 threes tonight, Rob, so that means he only needs 10 more made threes to break the single-season school record, which was set by Dedrick Willoughby in 1997.
3-point play completed, so the lead extended to 4.
Their best perimeter defender from an on-ball perspective. I know Tamin Lipsey's amazing. He's guarding the ball right now. Lipsey's a better off-the-ball defender, an anticipatory steal guy like there. But Torre is the better one-on-one defender, if you ask me.
Punch, turnover. TCU needs him to get into a rhythm. He is struggling early on. No points, only 1 shot attempt. Jefferson lost that one, gets it back. And more points in the paint. 4 of 4 in the paint are the Cyclones. Lead at 6. Dangerous territory right now for Jamie Dixon and company.
Got to settle in right now for the Horned Frogs. Iowa State's kind of getting wherever they want to. They're passing up good shots for even better ones.
Corner 3, there we go. So 2 for Vicious. And off the bench, he has 6, both from 3-point land. Lipsey drives. Oh, quick burst.
Man, Jamie Dixon is furious. You allow a guy to grab the ball in the corner, take 1 bounce, and get right to the rim. That help is supposed to be there early to take a charge.
Foul on Toure. Lipsey now with 4 points.
3-point shots are going to be hard to come by that are this open. Torre gets caught in the middle, trying to help there. Levicius just wanted to go down. And here's what I'm talking about. That is late help from Tanner Toulson. He's got to be there early. And I know Lipsey is quick. I know it's hard to try and take a charge on him, but he was a second late.
Harding back on to run the point. Pierre remains on the court. Not a lot of size between those two. This is a very small TCU team. Harding with a rare shot. That one goes in and out. Edmonds the offensive board and the putback.
Oh, he put Blake Buchanan in the mixer right there. Buchanan tried to block him off. The swing move, almost like a defensive end trying to sack a quarterback. That was beautiful.
Lipsy, 4th year as the starting point guard in Ames. Gives up his dribble. Jefferson, look at the swing move. Stripped. Edmonds.
We're laughing at the screen, right?
Yeah, that's what caught my attention.
And here, off the Harding miss, this is the 2nd time we've seen Xavier Edmonds just carve out. He wants to live down there in the smile underneath the basket. That time, Edmonds and Punch. I'm not sure who got that strip, but you want to try and beat this Cyclone defense down the floor before they set up. That time, Edmonds forced it just a little bit.
Now 4 turnovers on TCU. Oh, nice block. That was Punch with the block. He leads the team. Also leads them in scoring, but he's yet to have any points tonight. Another turnover again. TCU can be a little loose with the handle sometimes. Edmonds the board. Harding the transfer from Iowa.
Like everybody for TCU is getting a little loose with the ball. They need to tighten it up. And here,
This will help. Really nice block here from David Punch. Averages 2.1 blocks a game. That's 2nd in the Big 12. Only Kansas starting center Flory Badunga averages more blocks per game. This is a very good defensive team for TCU. My question is, can they score enough? Because Iowa State's offense is 10th in America. You have to score to beat them.
Pierre, oh, nice take, and that one will get in.
So instead of Rob attacking the baseline, that time they get the ball into the middle where the traps, they're not there.
Avoid danger, seems sensible.
It's easier said than done, partner.
Now that'll fall. Plata, Iowa State going for the and 1 right now. Cyclones started a little rough, Casey, from the floor, 2 of 8 since then. Finding the rhythm, 6 of 10. The lead, though, only at 3. Plata trying to make it a 4-point advantage.
And this is only the 2nd free throw attempt of this game so far. Referees have been letting him play, which is important because both of these teams are physical. They are aggressive. They want to reach and poke the basketball away.
That's definitely TCU's game. They are scrappy and tough to play against.
Yeah, they want to maybe shrink the possessions here in this one, too.
Can't afford the turnovers. They've been coughing it up far too much this season and tonight.
Too many one-handed passes from the Horned Frogs.
They don't get punished for it this time, though.
Another one-handed whip pass. Not sure what's going on here.
Yeah, they look nice, maybe not to Jamie Dixon.
Not when you're playing Iowa State. No way.
Harding, well short.
And Harding is having a rough shooting season. 28% from 3. He doesn't like that. He trusts Brock Harding to take really good shots. It's just been a struggle for him so far this season. Really good passer.
19 times he's led them in assists. Right. Play to your strengths.
Yep. Those are the shots you're going to get. If you can beat the trap, those drives or those skip passes will be open for both teams, not just the Cyclones.
Jefferson gets it down low, easy bucket. Nice assist from Plata. And a quick timeout from Jamie Dixon and TCU as the lead extends.
He doesn't miss. He doesn't miss his threes, but the other guys do.
Toulson back on for TCU as they spread the court here. Punch, their leading scorer, number 15 in white, has the ball right now. Has been held scoreless so far. Change that.
So that possession was going nowhere. I would have called that first 20 seconds umbrella offense, where you just pass it around, dribble it around the three-point arc, but then finally punch right to the rim.
They've taken a majority of their offensive possessions deep into the shot clock. That might be part of the game plan from Jamie Dixon and company. Heisey off target there. Punch. Trying to get it down to Edmonds.
Oh, ooh. Oh, they're going to call a block on Tamin Lipsey, and they're going to call a cylinder rule here, that defensively you can't crowd the offensive player. You go into their cylinder, he's allowed to turn and square. Hey, that's a bang-bang play, but that is the letter of the law, Rob.
Edmonds' elbow has created some conflict this season as well.
That's a good point. Xavier Edmonds has been ejected twice this season for plays just like that. I would say this is not warrant of an ejection. Again, as an offensive player, you are allowed to catch and pivot towards the basket as long as you don't have your elbows too high.
Went into the chest. I mean, he is smothered.
Yep.
And does clear Lipsey out.
It's a good point, though, about Xavier Edmonds. Last time he got ejected was a couple games ago against Colorado, a game that they were down big, ended up losing by 30. It's the only time that TCU's been blown out all season was against a struggling Colorado team. We're going to get into it later in this broadcast today, but this TCU team has been almost there so many times against so many good teams. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
That Colorado game was such an outlier, a Sunday game in Boulder, 87-61. I mean, that was one of those games where if you're Jamie Dixon and company, you're like, on the road, this is one we have to win, and we should win. So the review continues. Looks like they've wrapped it up right now. Doug Sermons, Brooks Wells, John Gaffney.
After review, the cylinder valve stands. The elbow movement by 24 White is a legal basketball play based on our rules. TCU basketball on the inline with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I like that. Legal based on our rules. Well, that's why you have rules.
Yeah.
And that's why this is legal.
This is absolutely the right call. The more I look at it, not just because the referees told us so, but if Xavier Edmonds' elbow, Rob, was higher, then we're talking about a different thing. But it wasn't high. It was a total normal square yourself up to the basket play. The defense cannot creep up into your chest like that.
And by the way, that is Lipsey's second foul. 5:46 left in the half.
And if you haven't watched Iowa State basketball and you don't know how important Tamin Lipsey is to this program, he's the identity, a hometown guy.
Levicius open. And that'll be a foul on Punch. So his second foul. Robinson's is set to come back on for a Punch. Left side of your screen.
Yep, number 15, just an easy push.
Yeah, Lipsey's getting targeted here these last couple trips. He would be one guy I would not want to wake up, right? Let him just keep kind of doing your thing. Don't get mad. Don't get excitable. Jefferson handles the ball so much, and he's caught.
Oh, wow.
And a timeout.
Wow.
So they're saying Iowa.
Jefferson, his sophomore year at St. Mary's, averaged 10.6 rebounds and 2 assists. No one saw the massive lead he would take this year.
Lipsey, great take. Does he get the roll? He does. Boy, he saw just enough of a crease early on and went the distance. Lipsey now with 6, 3 of 4 from the floor.
Look at Xavier Edmonds. He was demonstrably calling for the ball down there.
Toulson off target, one and done. Great outlet. Toure avoids the block and lays it in.
Torrey, just a freshman, but has already developed a really nice rapport with Taman Lipsey. Those two are often on the same page. They have complementary skill sets.
Biggest lead of the night, it's at 8. Edmonds the spin. Such a big body. That one wasn't even close, but gets the offensive board.
Didn't touch the shot clock, or didn't touch the rim, excuse me.
Oh, and TCU bailed out again late in the shot clock. So that was Toulson driving, and he got fouled.
The Cyclones are starting to find some creases and some rhythm offensively. That's a straight line drive with no help. And then here in the open floor, that ball touches the ground just one time. That's how you run transition breaks. And this Iowa State team is so tough on the road. They've only lost 2 games all year.
Toulson at the line, 83%. Free throw shooting has been an issue for the Horned Frogs this season. Great job on the jinx, Rob.
Tanner Toulson last year played for my brother, who's an assistant coach at Utah Valley. The Toulson family are legendary in the state of Utah, particularly at Utah Valley. And last year, he was a much better three-point shooter, 34% for the Wolverines. Has struggled a little bit coming into today's game, Rob. Tanner Toulson, 3 for his last 18 from deep.
6 points, 5 rebounds, 24 minutes off the bench in the weekend win over Kansas State. A big-time come-from-behind win, and they're forced to play come-from-behind basketball right now. Easy dunk play to 9-point lead.
And these fans here are starting to wonder if we have enough scoring power to keep up with this Cyclone attack. That's the problem.
Well, Punch is on the bench with 2. Edmonds, who has 5 straight double-doubles coming in, limited to 4. There's Toulson, who you were just talking about. Layla Vicious leads the Horned Frogs with 6, courtesy of 2 3-pointers.
This is the best 3-point shooting lineup that TCU has.
5 on the shot clock. Harding, oh, nice change. It's his man in the air, who floats up one that barely grazed the rim.
That's when it's hard when you're only 6 feet tall, right? You can get in the lane because of your quickness, but once you get in the lane, what can you do?
Try doing it at 5'10", Casey.
That's why you're sitting over here with me.
Yes, sir. One of many reasons. Jefferson from 3. Too strong. Toulson tracks it down.
The
Robinson.
Frogs, they need to make hay right here on these possessions.
Oh, those are the buckets they need. The follow and then the foul. Micah Robinson will go to the line. Robinson makes the first of those 2 free throws.
Now, Iowa State has not found the rhythm from the 3-point arc besides Milan Momcilovic. Iowa State 2 for 11 from deep. And why is that important? Well, Iowa State is 3rd best in the country at shooting the 3, but they've doubled up the Horned Frogs in the paint. This is an Iowa State offense. Kind of pick your poison. They can do a little bit of everything. They have versatile players, including number 5 in red.
Jump ball. Good hands there by the Horned Frogs. So we'll go to the guys in white tonight. Momcilovic, a little quiet the last couple minutes.
Yeah, well, Momcilovic is not like a great one-on-one player. His favorite move when he has it on the perimeter is a step back to his left hand. But off the bounce is what you want him to be doing if you're TCU.
Horned Frogs have missed their last 5 shots. Put an end to that one. Boy, Robinson has been superb in the start tonight. He has 9 to lead all scorers. Lipsey. Rebound Toulson. 4-point game. Toulson. 1-point game.
The shots that weren't falling in the first 5 minutes are now going down for the Horned Frogs. They need Tanner Toolson in this game.
8-0 run. The crowd is into it here in Fort Dixon. Jefferson stripped. Chance to take the lead for TCU. Toolson. Frogs are up.
Coming into this game, Tanner Toolson had only made 3 of his last 18 from deep. Struggling with his confidence, gets a 3 to go down, and then defensively rips it away from the All-American Jefferson. And how about this finish? Take it right at the big. Finish through the chest. That's how you do it.
10-0 run. TCU with the lead. Again, free throw shooting. That an issue.
68% in conference play TCU has been.
Tonight they're 60%, 3 of 5. Another turnover though.
And look at Edmonds fight Momcilovic down there. He wants a touch so badly.
Edmonds gets it, spins out of trouble. Tough shot.
He spinned away from the rim rather than towards it. Made that more difficult on himself.
Minute left in the half. Ten on the shot clock. Buchanan. Jefferson with 5 on the clock. Short air ball. And TCU will have it with 42 seconds left in the half.
And they have just flipped the script of this game. We've talked about TCU's defense. This is a small team. The Horned Frogs, they rank 328th in height. They're the second shortest power conference team in the country. Only Seton Hall out of the Big East is smaller on average. If you're small, Rob, you better be feisty. You better be communicating switches. They've done it the last 3 possessions in a row.
Pierre, jumper, way short, and Toolson trying to keep it alive. It'll go to the Cyclones, who've turned it over on 4 of their last 5 trips down the court. And TJ sends in his point guard Taman Lipsey, who has 2 fouls, back onto the court. Lipsey with 6 points, 4 assists, the 2 personals.
These 2 guys in the backcourt right now in red uniforms, they never get rattled. This team is so good on the road. Yeah, their only 2 losses have been on the road, Rob, but we all remember when they went to Purdue and beat down the then #1 Boilermakers by 23 points.
Purdue had themselves quite a game tonight earlier here on FS1.
Survived on the road against a very good Nebraska team.
Harding with the foul there. 15 seconds left in the half. Tipsy. Jefferson. And 1. So important how you close a half. And Iowa State is going to go into the locker room with at least a 1-point lead.
How about that whip pass? And then Joshua Jefferson, Rob, has to have an inner shot clock, like inside of his head, because there's only 0.3 seconds. When he caught that ball, he had about 2.5 seconds. Normally, somebody's just going to launch a 3. He puts the ball on the deck, gets all the way to the cup. Look at those numbers this season. Are you kidding me?
They're 17 points, second highest on the team. Free throw doesn't go. It'll be a 1-point game at halftime. So number 5, Iowa State.
Their offense, it's also their defense. There are only 5 teams in the country who rank in the top 10 of Ken Palm's offense and defensive efficiency. Michigan, Arizona, Duke, Houston, and Iowa State.
And there's the 8th turnover of the game. Iowa State 19-0 when leading at the half. A scrum, loose ball.
You can read lips. He's talking space. You have to mind your spacing. And you can't, when you play against Iowa State defensively, you can't dribble half-heartedly. You got to attack and make quick decisions. If you have no plan, the ball will be taken from your hands. And see the no-middle stances of all the Cyclone defenders. You want to funnel the ball towards the side and keep it on the side.
They want to get Edmonds and Punch going as well. Combined, just 6 points. Punch, their leading scorer, with only 2. Again, 3 on the shot clock. Robinson takes it hard to the hole. A lot of contact, no call. And here comes Iowa State. Jefferson. Momcilovic.
And this isn't his game. Back to the basket, post up.
A nice touch pass by Jefferson. And the bank shot falls for the big man, Blake Buchanan, the transfer from Virginia.
Buchanan knows that he's not going to get a lot of touches. They don't run any plays for him. He's not a one-on-one player. He only averages 8 points a game, but in his last 3, just 4 points a game.
Edmonds. And again, the offense just not in sync right now early on for TCU.
Just too slow of a read. You know that trap's coming.
Momcilovic, tough shot. Offensive board, Lipsy. And back-to-back buckets for Buchanan.
We talked about offensive rebounding in the first half. It's become one of the most important offensive stats in the country. Iowa State ranks 10th in the country at it.
4-0 run to start the second half for the Cyclones. Harding, the point guard. Nice vision. Yeah, Michael Robinson continuing to play strong. Typically off the bench, gets his second start of the season. He'll go to the line.
Blake Buchanan, 6'10" center, and not a one-on-one guy, but he can obviously make this good touch around the basket, and this is where he thrives as an offensive rebounder. Put a shot up on the rim and let number 23 go after it. Played his first 2 years at Virginia for head coach Ron Sanchez, and then when he was fired and they hired Ryan Odom, TJ Otzelberger scooped him up.
Shooter's touch. That made it. The sound that thing made.
I'm going to say it's a shooter's touch, maybe more of like a home roll.
Yeah,
call that one?
Home cooking, home something. So Robinson now in double digits, had 16 points off the bench. And this is already his 13th double-figure game of the year. Again, just his second start. Really struggled in 2 games prior to the weekend rally to get the win over Kansas State, and he has been the offensive workhorse with a game-high 11 so far.
Nice cut.
For a foul.
That's a simple read here. If you feel your defender start to deny you in the passing lane, automatic read, cut right back door, and he wasn't wide open. That was almost like Blake Buchanan threw him open. And if you're a defender and you turn your back, the pass doesn't have to be exact. It could be anywhere. The defender had no idea where that ball was.
Second foul on Robinson. Torre, the native of France, at the line. I know we don't have the ability right now to call up the headshot of Torre that we had in the starting lineup.
Yeah, Killian Torre, when it was picture day, Rob,
yep,
he had frosted tips and dreads.
He had like a little Lamine Yamal type look to him. Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
We're going deep on you. It's World Cup season, Casey. Get with it.
It's basketball season at
right
the
now.
Jacobson household, 365 days a year.
I've noticed that. You were showing me clips of your daughter earlier tonight. Like, that's great, Casey.
We never see.
Number 5 Iowa State's in town. Can we focus? Yeah, but look at this. She's got range. Harding to Pierre. Robinson.
See the space? The spacing's way off. Robinson wanted to drive. He drives right into the lap of David Punch.
7 on the shot clock. Punch.
He's got to shoot that.
Follow gets it. He didn't want that initially.
It really seemed like, I agree, he didn't want to shoot that, which is strange, folks. David Punch is the leading scorer for TCU at just over 14 a game. He's only got 4. That's only his second made field goal. He's a hard guy to read for me, Rob. I look at him, his body language sometimes is confusing.
Lipsy fouled. The body language is fascinating because you and I both picked on that shoot around.
If you're the leading scorer for your team and you get the pass 2 feet in the lane, there is no way I'm looking to pass this ball out. Like, zero chance. It works out for him, but if I'm Jamie Dixon, I might take David Punch to the side and say, hey, young man, you realize we're playing top 5 team in the country and we need you to lead us.
The nonverbals. A read of a young man who's, placid, sometimes trying to find the right words, not engaged a little bit. And I was like, maybe it's just a practice, it's a practice thing. But I think if you're Jamie Dixon, you're like, hey, can I get a little more fire coming out of that guy's eyeballs and ear holes, please? Wow.
Jamie Dixon's right in front of us. He's livid. You give up an offensive rebound when you have defensive, the advantage should be yours.
And to your point about Iowa State always finding these extra offensive possessions. Can't cough them up.
Iowa State has not played well.
No.
Offensively.
And credit TCU's defense.
Yeah, no doubt. But TJ Otzelberger's like, hey, man, we need to find a rhythm. Yet you look up at the board, and it's a 1-point lead on the road. They're in a good spot if they can wake up.
Here's Punch. Can he wake up? Yes, he can. So Punch starting to come alive a little bit. He now has 6 points, had only 2 at the break.
And Rob, where did that drive start? In the middle of the floor. They need to get David Punch more chances in the middle where they can't trap him.
Blocked. Back come the Cyclones.
Yeah. He could have been called for an offensive foul. He pushed off on that left arm. Refs have been letting it go.
Jefferson, no foul there. Here's Pierre, 3v2. Levicius, Harding. Edmonds from 3. No!
That ball was halfway down.
TCU up 1, 15.5 to go.
We haven't heard much from Milan Momcilovic, who has the ball right now, the best shooter in the sport. I haven't seen him shoot a 3 in over maybe 10 minutes of game time.
Got a kick out to Torre, who drops the 3. Just the 3rd made triple by the Cyclones tonight. Timeout, Jamie Dixon. 2-point lead.
Points with less than 5 seconds. They fouled Darren Peterson on a 3, and the superstar freshman made all 3. They go into overtime and lose. That's a brutal loss.
Wanted to talk to Jamie Dixon about it at shoot-around. Say, I'll be honest, I was afraid. I think that loss still sticks with him, Edmonds, is that a travel?
Yeah.
Sure is. I got John Gaffney all over that one. Jamie Dixon now on him. The lead at 2. Cyclones at number 5 in the land, up a bucket.
State team started 16-0. They lose 2 straight on the road at Kansas, and then the surprising one was at Cincinnati. Cincinnati, to me, is probably the most talented bad team in college basketball. And but they started a new streak, Rob, 5 in a row coming into this one.
Foul on Jefferson. Just to go back to that 2-game losing skid. Remember, they had started 16-0, best start in program history. And I asked CJ about that. What triggered it? He said, man, we came together. We said, we're going to take away the fluff from practice. We're going to go best on best. We're going to get physical. We're going to hit each other. We're going to show that 2-game blip was a bunch of you know what?
Yeah, that tracks. Look, to me, losses are good for you if they happen in January and February. The last 48 title teams, Rob, have all entered the NCAA tournament with at least 2 losses. So
was that Arizona loss last night good for them?
Absolutely, and Arizona's going to play Houston in about a week's time, too. They might get another.
And how good is Kansas playing as of late? By the way, Kansas is next to the Cyclones. Shot clock about to go off. Punch just heaves it. Missed the rim.
David Punch has to know. It's not his fault. It's like that was a bad possession overall by the Horned Frogs. But if you are paying attention to that shot clock, that is a step in three. Even if it's rushed, it's a step in three.
And that has been a trend all game long. Harding lost on that one, and Lipsy goes coast to coast for the easy bucket. He now has 8, the lead at 4. Edmonds, 5 straight double-doubles, lost it, collects it, and turns it over. And then bailed out. Last touch by Iowa State, so stay with the Horned Frogs. Here's Lipsy.
Yeah, Tamin Lipsy in the open floor. Big 12 opponents have nightmares about this young man for the last 4 years. Look, to me, there's only a small few players that have been as good at the point guard position as Tamin Lipsy and have been loyal to their program for 4 straight years.
He's missed just 4 games in his career. 3 of them, though, came this season.
Yeah, he got hurt against St. John's late in that game.
Pierre, quick shot. He gets that one to go. Jaden Pierre had 10 points last game. Gets his 2nd field goal.
They need his leadership. Talking about Jaden Pierre. He's the only senior in the rotation for Jamie Dixon's squad.
Strong rebound, Edmonds. Here's Pierre. Toulson, reverse, won't go. Vojcevic with the rebound. Lipsy. Vojcevic lost his footing. Toulson fights for it. Loose ball. It'll go to the Horned Frogs.
And Tanner Toulson is laying it out on the line tonight. He has not had a great shooting season up until this point. This is one of the better performances from him. He's been everywhere, both ends of the floor. Feet get tangled up. He doesn't give up on the play or just let Momcilovic hang out. Big time from Toulson off the bench. I think TCU's bench has been the difference.
Toulson with 6 points off the bench. 12 total bench points for the Horned Frogs. And a foul on Torres. So 2nd foul this half on the Cyclones. Scraps that make that the 3rd. TJ's in the game here now. He knows it. And he knew it was coming. We asked him about it. He said, of all the teams that we got coming up on our schedule, what team is the most desperate? What team is the most urgent? The team we play tonight.
TCU must win this. They are on the wrong side of the bubble right now, folks, and they know it. Everybody in this arena knows it. Their players know it. And when you get to host a top 5 program in your building, there's no better opportunity than the one you have right now.
TCU only has one more ranked opponent on their schedule, March 3rd at Texas Tech. So they can get through this one. Their schedule eases up, if you will, for Big 12 conversations. There's Punch. There's a little emotion. And now he goes to the line to try and make it a 3-point play.
This is big time. Again, Rob, I'm going to keep saying it. Where does this drive start?
In the middle.
In the middle of the floor. Get David Punch off of the wings and the corners. Get him in the middle where he can take advantage. 6'7", 250 pounds. He's a difficult matchup. Folks, he's only a sophomore. He's got a lot of basketball ahead of him.
Missed the free throw. Game this tight, free throws are going to be paramount. We're level at 39s.
Free throws and turnovers.
3rd tie of the game. Strong rebound by Robinson, so 1 and done for the Cyclones.
Momcilovic made 2 of his first 3 from deep in the first half. He's been silenced since.
Turnover right in front of Jamie Dixon.
To their credit, Jamie Dixon was wide open, and he's got pretty decent range. So he graduated from TCU in 1987. He reminded us that the 3-point line hadn't been invented yet. It came the following year.
He also told us how much he had to pay to be a student at TCU for 1 year.
Yeah, it was.
It's gone up a little bit.
It's quadrupled.
Vojcevic, across midcourt. Sloppy. 12th turnover on Iowa State. 10 for TCU.
and very uncharacteristic of the Cyclones. We're giving TCU the credit they deserve, but it's not like Iowa State doesn't practice against themselves every day, right? These two teams play similar style of defense, and every day they're going to go up against traps, so it shouldn't be like Iowa State is surprised or overwhelmed by the aggressiveness. They've been very sloppy.
Cyclones so far this half, Casey. 5 turnovers, 4 field goals. Pierre took a little bump, finds a crease. Oh, wow. Out of nowhere was Jefferson with the block. Heisey. Jefferson. Big man bullies his way down low and gets that one off the glass.
It hasn't been
quick outlet. Toulson. There's a late whistle.
The net, and the net stands for the NCAA evaluation tool, invented several years ago by some people at Google, Rob, smarter than you and I combined. But if you're asking how is TCU at 14 wins and 9 losses still ranked 53rd in the country, there's a couple reasons. Their strength of schedule is 38th in the country. Their win over Florida in November is aging very nicely as Florida's bounced back well in the SEC. And we've already talked about it, Rob. They're competitive against the best teams in their conference. Yeah, they haven't won a lot of those games, but they never get blown out.
4th tie of the game. Jefferson trying to back his way in. Fade away. Short. Toulson, the board. Pierre. They love to go up tempo. Robinson took a little bump. Now he's doubled. Toulson from 3. Short. Punch saves it. Back to Toulson. And he goes glass. And the lead is for the Horned Frogs. Just how they dialed it up.
Air balls a 3, give him credit. He didn't sulk, he didn't just start jogging back. Stayed with it.
6th lead change of the evening. Number 5 in the nation, down 2. Blocked by Punch. Toulson fouled. That'll be on the floor.
How do you get extra possessions in a game where you're maybe not shooting it great? David Punch dives out of bounds, and then the timely cut from Tanner Toulson. Second chance points off the bench. And then David Punch doing what he does. He is 2nd in the Big 12 in block shots per game, over 2.
That save by Punch, that wasn't a pass. That was, I hope to nail it off of a Cyclone, and it bounced out of bounds. Instead, a beautiful assist to Toulson. Quick shot. Short, there's Toulson, keeps it alive. Robinson fighting for it. Instead, it'll be Iowa State. Momcilovic, ooh, in and out.
Normally, I would say that would be a bad shot for anybody else not named Milan Momcilovic.
Toulson. Oh. Jefferson ripped it out of his hands late, but Toulson fouled prior to that.
Toulson's been really aggressive off
has.
the bounce. Again, his shot from the perimeter has been hit or miss. Been very streaky all season.
So Toulson 3 of 5 from the line tonight. He's in double figures with 10. Robinson with 11. Those two are leading scorers tonight. Now they're both level at 11s.
Yeah, that's interesting, Rob, because on the season, TCU's leading scorers have been their bigs, David Punch and Xavier Edmonds. Those two have been like, you know, the bell cows. And tonight, Iowa State has really done a nice job of taking away or denying Xavier Edmonds' post-up touches. So it's been on the guards to make something happen.
And Edmonds just checked back in. He is stuck on 4 points and 2 fouls. Toulson. The lead at 4. He has scored the last 6 points for the Horned Frogs. There's a big defensive stand here. Lipsy. Blocked. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Will stay with the Cyclones. Edmonds with the rejection.
Well, that's 3 or 4 times that Iowa State has been able to complete that pass down low, but the pump fakes allow the secondary help defender. That's all you need. If you go up right away, you maybe draw a foul or score, but that pump fake, it's not working.
4 TCU blocks tonight. Jefferson missed that, gets it back. Blocked again by Edmonds. Quick outlet finds Pierre. They've got numbers. And another bucket. Robinson with 13. The lead at 6. It's an 8-0 scoring run for TCU. Plato with the miss. Jamie Dixon is coaching them up right now. Loose ball, Toulson, and he's fouled. Everything going TCU's way for now.
6 blocks for the Horned Frogs tonight. They are the desperate team. They know it. They're playing with urgency. It's been really fun to watch. Can they sustain this effort in the second half?
The bench is involved in it as Plata just picked up his 3rd foul. Toulson back to the line. Toulson now with 6 from the free throw line.
Rob, he stepped over the line before that ball got to the rim. I saw that as a shooter's violation that went uncalled. Things by Steve Magnus. That tracks, and he is not afraid. Under 9 minutes to go, he is challenging his team to do the hard things right now.
Toulson, the lead at 8, a 10-0 TCU run. It's been 5 straight empty trips for Iowa State on offense. Toure. Turnover. Story of the game for the Cyclones so far. Their 14th turnover. Pierre slowing things down. Edmonds gets it. 8 on the shot clock.
He's not even interested in shooting that ball.
Punch, offensive foul. So that'll be 3 on Punch now.
Similar, Rob, to when we called out David Punch for getting a deep touch in the lane and not really looking at the basket. Right there, Xavier Edmonds gets the ball. Edmonds has been on fire over the last 5 games, has had no real rhythm in this game. He catches the ball and doesn't even look at the rim.
So Punch checks out. Micah Robinson comes in. Robinson has been stellar in a rare start tonight. He has 13.
Rob, a small TCU team goes even smaller right now.
Edmonds at 6'8" is the lone big. Foul on the floor.
The bench, TCU is not shooting it very well at all. As Momcilovic finally gets his first basket of the second half to go.
And first Cyclone field goal since Jefferson had a layup with 11:41 left in the half. 5-point game. Ten on the shot clock. Again, TCU will get it off in single digits if they get it off. 3, Pierre, turnover.
Moving screen.
Moving screen.
This happens a lot, Rob. The big is asked to dribble handoff, and as he hands it off to the guard, he rolls to the basket. Well, you're not really allowed to do that. It's more of a rolling, moving screen, and that's now Edmonds' third foul. He's going to go to the bench.
So Edmonds with 3 and Punch with 3. They're 2 main scorers, both with 3 fouls. Edmonds comes off, Punch comes back on. Punch is the big out there right now, the lone big at 6'7".
But Joshua Jefferson's the lone big for Iowa State right now.
Fans asking for a travel, they don't get it. Instead, it's another Iowa State three-pointer. 2-point game.
That was just great two-man game. I don't think anybody touched the basketball, at least in the later stages of that possession, than Joshua Jefferson and Momcilovic.
Jefferson, team high 12, 5 of 13 from the floor. That was his first three-pointer. Punch better be careful. Truesdale is not afraid to go in with the bigs, is he? 5 on the shot clock. Pierre's going to have to force this. He's triple teamed. Harding heaves it. Another air ball.
That's 2 possessions in a row for Jamie Dixon's offense. Let's give the Cyclones credit now. But umbrella offense, where the Horned Frogs are just dribbling it around the perimeter, passing it around the perimeter, no dribble penetration at all.
Chance to tie or take the lead. Heisey. Jefferson. Bullock, skip pass. Jefferson again, lost it, got it back. 3 on the shot clock. Lipsy, too strong. Jefferson, great board. Lipsy reloads, takes it. Glass. We're tied at 49s. 8-0 run for the Cyclones.
I'm laughing, Rob, because Lipsy doesn't sky over you. He barely jumps maybe 20 inches off the ground. He shot that ball on the way up.
Timeout TCU as the Cyclones have put together a list
that has never played in an NCAA tournament game. Ohio State on the wrong side of the bubble right now. I think Bruce Thornton deserves that stage.
Here's Punch, team's leading scorer. He is fouled. That was Jefferson. It's his second. So Punch will go to the line. He's just a 61% free throw shooter. Free throw shooting has been an issue. As a team, they're at 71%, but when they really need them, it has been a bit of a struggle.
And this is a one-on-one. He's got to make the first to get a second.
Chance to take the lead for the Cyclones. They have led for over 20 minutes of this one. 6 lead changes, 5 ties. Jefferson doesn't go. Lipsy keeps it alive.
That's a big-time play
from a little man.
He had 4 offensive rebounds last game.
Last touch by TCU.
And Taman Lipsy's only 6'1", and that might be
generous.
Yeah,
that's not a might be.
You get the senior boost, you know. But he is scrappy. He had a game-high 9 rebounds last game against Baylor. 4 of them on the offensive end.
Also had 2 steals.
Here he is.
Look at that. That is not an easy bucket, and the lead goes back to the Cyclones. Under 5 to play. 2-point game.
Beautiful curl action on the baseline, and you get caught hugged up on your man. No help side there.
Lipsy now with 12. 3 Cyclones with double figures tonight. Edmonds has been quiet this half. He has just 4 tonight. And he'll go to the line. Taman Lipsy from Ames High School.
Yeah, watch this. He's going to be the inbounder. Watch this tight curl. And he gets Brock Harding anticipating that he's going to go out to the wing, and he splits that. That is so well done.
How do you defend that?
Well, your big has to step off.
Punch has to come out.
Has to step off and bump that. Sometimes, Rob, all you need from your big is one bump to slow him down, and then you can recover. Man.
Rob, you've already talked about the free throw shooting. The fans here,
They know it. They
know
feel
it.
They expect it.
Yes.
11 of 16 tonight from the line, 69% as a team. Chance to make it a 1-point game. Again, Edmonds, just 4 points tonight. Now 5. He came into this game with 5 straight double-doubles. 1-point game, 4.5 to go. The good news for TCU is at least they're getting to the line. Jefferson, oh, unselfish, laying that one off, and Heisey gets that bucket to go. His first.
Rob, when you get Joshua,
Oh my, ambitious.
that was a terrible alley-oop pass. When you get Joshua Jefferson, number 5 in red, in the middle of the floor, he is a playmaking power forward, and he's looking to pass, not to score.
Lipsy! And the Vicious with the rebound. Big possession here for TCU.
Need to get some penetration here. How about David Punch in the middle of the floor, right here?
There you
ISO.
go.
Nope.
That is a really small window to try and drop that one in to Edmonds.
That is 2 possessions in a row where you're just throwing the ball into harm's way.
15th turnover for TCU. Kick ball. This year came against Florida earlier in the season, neutral floor in San Diego. Here's that Iowa State run, which has given them the lead. TCU hasn't had a field goal since the 9:29 mark. They had an 8-point lead at 1 point in the half. It's now the Cyclones up 3.
They don't realize the shot clock
is going to expire. But not before another turnover. Pierre wants to go the distance. No foul. Here comes Iowa State. There's a foul. That one on Pierre as he fouled Toure.
What a play from Kylian Toure, the freshman. That is big time. David Punch gets all the way to the rim. He feels like he has a layup, and Toure comes out of nowhere. 40 steals coming into the game. That's second on the team, of course, to Tamin Lipsey. Are they going to pass the torch, Rob, from Tamin Lipsey to Kylian Toure? Is he going to be there for 4 more years?
Oh, nice vision. Heisey gets that one to go. What an assist. The lead at 5, 2.5 to go.
Again, Jefferson in the middle of the floor. I say goodnight. He's such a good passer.
If you're TCU, you're saying, well, let's get our guys. Edmonds, Punch in the middle of the floor.
Sure.
That's where they've had their success.
TCU 0 for 7 from 3 in the second half.
Pierre, nice backdoor cut. Robinson has been magical with the start. Slams that one in. He has 15. 3-point game.
Averages just under 10 a game and had been their 6th man. And Jamie Dixon inserts him into the starting lineup.
Wild pass, another turnover. Value the ball, people.
That hit Super Frog underneath the basket, Rob.
Yeah, that's how out of play that pass was. The mascot is engaged in the game.
Really beautiful backdoor play, and then here's a turnover. The throw to nowhere, and you can't see Super Frog right there, but he had to dodge that one.
15th turnover for Iowa State. Their season high is 18. Pierre, not afraid to shoot it. And that's a tough one, but he gets it to go. 1-point game. Timeout, Dixon.
He's had 2 triple-doubles this year, one against West Virginia, another against UCF.
Minute and a half to go, 1-point game. Lipsey handles it to Jefferson. On the shot clock. Oh, good hands by Edmonds.
Don't want to foul right here.
Jefferson with 5. Thought about the step back 3. Momcilovic is going to have to get this one off. Air ball. Shot clock expires. TCU ball.
So
many defensive gems for both sides. This is just the latest and a huge moment for the Horned Frogs. Look at that. They know where Momcilovic is. They're not going to leave his body.
16 turnovers now for Iowa State, 2 off their season high. If you're TCU, what do you do right now, Case?
I love David Punch in the middle of the floor. Right now, he's being guarded by Nate Heisey, 6'5", so he's got a height advantage. If you don't go to David Punch, then you're going to get Jaden Pierre trying to get downhill, but keep him off the sides of the floor. You want things right in the middle, right here.
Toulson, back to Pierre. 12 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Pierre. Got it! The lead is TCU's. Iowa State will call a timeout. Down to 40 seconds to go. Inside. TCU out of timeouts. Iowa State has 1 left. Lipsy with the ball. Lipsy turns it over. Robinson slams it home. Frogs by 4. Blocking foul.
Wow, an uncharacteristic turnover for Lipsy. But Pierre, he has hit the turbo button the last couple of possessions. Watch here. Oh, it wasn't Pierre.
Edmonds.
That was Xavier Edmonds. My apologies to Xavier. Folks, that's your starting center for TCU getting that steal.
But it's Lipsy at the line. 69% free throw shooter. 0 for 2 from the line tonight so far. He has 12 points. Missed it. Board, Toulson. Foul. Oh my. Oh my. Number 5 might be going down.
A lot of time left here. TCU, they just huddled up as a group, and I tried to read the lips of Jaden Pierre, trying to settle their team down and remind them several more possessions to go in this one.
Remember, free throw shooting has been an issue at key moments for TCU. Toulson, 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. Lead at 5.
And the reason why Jamie Dixon is putting a guy in is because it stops, right? Or Iowa State could have just inbounded the ball and pushed it up, and instead you stop it and get a sub in.
So Levicius comes on. Edmonds comes out. Lipsy, 20 seconds left. Down 5. Tough shot. Second chance. Does not go their way. Toulson backs it out. Eat that clock up. And he's fouled by Jefferson. 11.2 seconds left. Number 5, Iowa State down 5.
If he makes both of these, this game is over. It might be over anyways, but if he makes both, it is a 3-possession game.
Toulson with 16 points off the bench. 9 of them from the free throw line. Seven-point lead.
That's it.
Edmonds checks back in. Off target. Who else? Toulson, the rebound. Was he fouled or was that a travel?
Yeah, they called a foul. You have to either call it a travel or a foul. They called a foul.
Casey Jacobson. Last night, you went to Joe T. Garcia's in the stockyards.
For the first time, yes.
Today, you had your first burger at Dutch's.
Yeah.
You know what you're about to see? A good old-fashioned court storming in Fort Worth. It's going to look like the stockyards. There's going to be a stampede of humans out here in a couple seconds.
I'm looking over the student section. They're leaning over the rail. Well, one guy's already got one leg over it.
That is crazy.
Oh, folks.
I'm looking to my left underneath the cage. There's a young man there who's filming this court storming. You know who he is.
Your son?
Yep. Toulson misses that one. It's academic. The Frogs upset number 5.